Hey everyone, and welcome back to Happiness with Panda Paul. I'm Paul, and if you're new here, this channel is all about practical strategies to live a happier, more confident life. And today, we're tackling something that affects millions of people worldwide, social anxiety. Now, I know what you're thinking. Paul, you said easy steps, but social anxiety doesn't feel easy at all. And you're absolutely right. Social anxiety can feel overwhelming, like there's a spotlight on you everywhere you go, making your heart race and your palms sweat just thinking about talking to someone new. But here's the thing, and this is something I learned through my own journey. Social anxiety isn't a life sentence. It's a challenge that can be overcome with the right tools and mindset. And that's exactly what we're going to give you today. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to share with you 5 practical, science-backed steps that can dramatically reduce your social anxiety. These aren't just theories. These are strategies that have worked for me and thousands of others who have made the journey from social anxiety to social confidence. So grab a notebook, get comfortable, and let's dive in. Step 1, reframe your thoughts. Step number 1 is all about changing the conversation in your head. You see, social anxiety thrives on what psychologists call cognitive distortions. Basically, thoughts that aren't based in reality but feel absolutely true to us. Let me give you some examples. Have you ever thought things like, oh, everyone is staring at me, or I'm going to embarrass myself, or they probably think I'm weird? These thoughts feel so real in the moment, but here's the truth. They're almost always exaggerated or completely false. The first step to overcoming social anxiety is learning to catch these thoughts and challenge them. I want you to start using what I call the evidence technique. When you catch yourself having an anxious thought, ask yourself 3 questions. First, what evidence do I have that this thought is true? Usually you'll find there's very little actual evidence. Second, what evidence do I have that this thought is false? Think about times when your fears didn't come true. And third, what would I tell a friend who is having this same thought? We're often much kinder to others than we are to ourselves. I remember when I first started doing this, I was terrified to order food at restaurants because I thought the server would judge me for what I chose. But when I applied the evidence technique, I realized servers take hundreds of orders a day. They're not judging my food choice. They're just doing their job. This reframing takes practice, but it's incredibly powerful. Start small. Just notice one anxious thought per day and challenge it. You'll be amazed at how quickly your perspective starts to shift. Step 2, master the breath. Step 2 is something you can do right now, right where you're sitting. It's learning to control your breathing. When we're anxious, our breathing becomes shallow and rapid, which actually triggers more anxiety. It's like our body is preparing for danger that isn't really there. But here's the amazing thing. We can break this cycle by consciously changing how we breathe. I want you to try this with me right now. It's called the 4-7-8 breathing technique, and it's been used for centuries to calm the nervous system. First, exhale completely through your mouth. Now, close your mouth and inhale through your nose for 4 counts. Hold your breath for 7 counts. Now exhale completely through your mouth for 8 counts. Let's do that again together. Breathe in for 4, hold for 7, and out for 8. Feel that? That's your nervous system naturally calming down. What's happening here is that you're activating your parasympathetic nervous system, your body's rest and digest mode. This is the opposite of the fight or flight response that creates anxiety. The beautiful thing about this technique is that you can do it anywhere. Before a job interview, before a party, before asking someone out, whenever you feel that familiar flutter of anxiety starting, you have a tool to calm yourself down. Practice this for just 5 minutes a day, and within a week, you'll notice a significant difference in how you handle stressful social situations. Your body will start to remember what calm feels like, and you'll be able to access that feeling whenever you need it. Step 3, start small and build momentum. Step 3 is about taking action, but in a smart way. One of the biggest mistakes people make when trying to overcome social anxiety is jumping into the deep end too quickly. They'll go from avoiding social situations to trying to give a speech in front of 100 people. That's like trying to run a marathon when you can barely walk around the block. Instead, we're going to use what's called gradual exposure therapy. This is a proven psychological technique where you slowly and systematically expose yourself to the things that make you anxious, starting with the least scary and working your way up. Here's how to do it. I want you to make a list of 10 social situations that make you anxious. Rank them from 1 to 10, with 1 being slightly uncomfortable and 10 being absolutely terrifying. Your list might look something like this. Level 1, making eye contact with a cashier. Level 2, saying thank you to a bus driver. Level Level 3, asking where the bathroom is in a store. Level 4, calling a restaurant to ask their hours. Level 5, starting a conversation with a neighbor, and so on, all the way up to your level 10. Now, here's the key. You start with level 1 and don't move to level 2 until level 1 feels completely comfortable. This might take a day, a week, or even a month. That's totally fine. The goal isn't speed, it's building genuine confidence. When I was working on my social anxiety, one of my early challenges was asking for directions. I was terrified of looking stupid or bothering people. So I started by asking store employees where basic items were, things I knew they'd definitely know. Once that felt easy, I moved on to asking for directions to nearby places, then unfamiliar places. Each success built my confidence for the next level. Remember, every single person who seems naturally confident had to start somewhere. The difference is they took that first small step and kept building. You can do this too. Step 4, develop your social skills toolkit. Step 4 is about giving yourself the tools to succeed in social situations. Often, social anxiety comes from feeling like we don't know what to say or how to act, but social skills are learnable, just like any other skill. I'm going to give you 3 simple but powerful tools that will make any social interaction easier. Tool number 1, the question bridge. This is about keeping conversations flowing naturally. Instead of just answering questions, you answer and then ask a related question back. For example, if someone asks, "How was your weekend?" Instead of just saying, "It was good," you might say, "It was good. I went hiking with some friends. How about you? Did you do anything fun?" See how that keeps the conversation going? You're not just ending it. You're building a bridge to the other person. Tool number 2, the common ground finder. People love talking to people who are similar to them, so look for things you have in common. Shared experiences, interests, or opinions. If someone mentions they love coffee and you do too, that's an instant connection point. "Oh, I love coffee too. Do you have a favorite local coffee shop?" It's amazing how quickly conversations become easier when you find that common ground. Tool number 3, the genuine compliment. This one is incredibly powerful but often overlooked. People love genuine compliments, and giving them makes you feel good too. The key word here is genuine. Don't make something up, but notice something real. Maybe they have a nice smile, or they explained something clearly, or they're wearing a cool shirt. Here's what's beautiful about this. When you focus on finding something positive about the other person, you're not focused on your own anxiety. Your attention shifts from internal worry to external appreciation. Practice these tools one at a time. Maybe this week, focus just on the question bridge. Next week, add the common ground finder. The week after that, incorporate genuine compliments. Before you know it, these will become natural parts of how you interact with people. Remember, everyone appreciates good conversation skills. When you use these tools, you're not just helping yourself feel more confident, you're making the other person's day better too. Step 5, create a support system. Step 5 is about recognizing that you don't have to do this alone. One of the most important things I've learned about overcoming social anxiety is that having the right support system makes all the difference. Social anxiety can make us feel isolated and different from everyone else. But here's the truth, you're not alone. Social anxiety is incredibly common, and there are people who understand exactly what you're going through. First, consider finding a therapist who specializes in anxiety disorders. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, has been proven incredibly effective for social anxiety. A good therapist can provide personalized strategies and help you work through deeper issues that might be contributing to your anxiety. If therapy isn't accessible right now, look for support groups in your area or online. There are many communities where people share their experiences and strategies for overcoming social anxiety. Sometimes just knowing you're not alone can be incredibly healing. Don't underestimate the power of confiding in a trusted friend or family member. Often we suffer in silence, but when we share our struggles, we discover that people are more understanding and supportive than we expected. You might even find out that someone close to you has dealt with similar challenges. Consider asking someone to be your practice partner. This could be someone who helps you work through your exposure exercises, someone you can text when you've completed a challenging social interaction, or just someone who checks in on your progress. And don't forget about online communities. There are forums, social media groups, and apps specifically designed for people working on social anxiety. These can be especially helpful because you can participate from the comfort of your own home while still getting that sense of community and support. Remember, asking for help isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. It shows that you're serious about making positive changes in your life. All right, my friends, let's wrap this up. We've covered a lot of ground today, and I want you to feel empowered, not overwhelmed. Remember, the 5 steps are: reframe your thoughts, master your breath, start small, and build momentum. develop your social skills toolkit, and create a support system. Here's the most important thing I want you to understand. Overcoming social anxiety is a journey, not a destination. There will be good days and challenging days. There will be times when you feel like you're making huge progress, and times when you feel like you're back at square one. That's completely normal and part of the process. But every single step you take, every small victory you achieve, every moment you choose courage over comfort, it all adds up. You're not just working on your social anxiety, you're building a more confident, more authentic version of yourself. So here's what I want you to do right now. Pick one of these 5 steps and commit to trying it this week. Maybe it's challenging one anxious thought, or practicing the 4-7-8 breathing technique, or saying hello to one new person. Whatever it is, make it specific and achievable. And then come back here and let me know how it went in the comments. Share your wins, share your challenges, and let's support each other on this journey. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more practical happiness strategies. I'm Panda Paul, and I believe in you. You've got this, and I'll see you in the next video.